Welcome to Bits of History. My name is Lee Pulaski, President of the Resurrection Bay Historical Society. And this bit is another in our series, Gone But Not Forgotten. The subject is the Bank of Seward building, which was located at the corner of 4th and Adams from 1906 to 1975. The Seward Weekly Gateway of May 26, 1906 reported that construction had started on the Bank of Seward building at the corner of 4th Avenue and Adams Street, and the total cost of the building would be $8,000. On September 22, 1906, an article in the Seward Weekly Gateway said, "Within a few weeks, the Bank of Seward will be settled in its new building at the northwest corner of 4th Avenue and Adams Street, a structure which is said to be the finest in its interior equipment in Alaska." Had not the steamer Oregon been wrecked with the steam heating plant of the bank building aboard, the bank would have been able to begin business in its new quarters on October 1. A duplicate of the shipwrecked plant was promptly ordered by wire and is expected to be sent on the steamer Santa Clara, sailing from Seattle next Monday. The new building is of cement blocks and was erected by the Seward Construction and Development Company. It is 25 by 60 feet, 2 stories high, with basement under the whole structure. The building is fireproof, containing very little woodwork. A large vault is on the first floor and in the basement, each to be lighted by electricity, as the whole building will be. The fixtures are very expensive. H.G. Hale, president of the bank, personally selected them, and they are handsome as can be found in any city. The railings are of oak, with modeled marble tables in the teller's windows. Each floor has a modern lavatory, and wash basins are in the office rooms upstairs. Hot and cold water will be supplied to the entire building. The October 27, 1906 Seward Weekly Gateway reported the steam plant for the bank had finally arrived. It had originally been on the Santa Ana, but that ship sprang a leak and had to return to Seattle. Finally, the plant was placed on the steamer Portland and managed to get through safely. The building received a facelift in 1917. The April 30, 1917 Seward Gateway said, "A new exterior finish on the Bank of Seward building will commence immediately. About half an inch will be chopped off the exterior, and the building will then be covered with cement. The cornices and sills will have a smooth cement finish, and the walls will be of pebble dash, the color being white." Ownership of the bank changed over the years. Elwin Sweatman became president in 1946, and after his death in 1951, his widow, Viola, sold the bank to the First National Bank of Anchorage. On February 13, 1952, the building became the Seward branch of the First National Bank of Anchorage, the First National's very first branch. The building suffered heavy damage on the second floor during the 1964 earthquake, and 2 large cracks spread above the main doorway. A support beam stood at the door until further examination showed no structural damage. The bank was the scene of the largest bank robbery in the state when on August 4th, 1971, 3 young men held up the bank and made off with $150,000. The road out of town was quickly blocked, and within a few days all 3 men were under arrest and all of the money had been recovered. In 1974, the First National decided to build a new bank building in Seward. The apartment building next door to the bank was torn down and a new bank building constructed. In 1975, the new Seward branch of the First National Bank opened for business. After moving from the old to the new bank, the old bank building was torn down. Today, the site of the Bank of Seward building is a lovely little park on the south side of the current bank. During Seward's centennial in 2003, the First National Bank commissioned a bust of William H. Seward to be placed in the park. It was sculpted by local artist Dennis Treadwell. The bank on the corner was an important part of Seward's history for almost 70 years and should not be forgotten. Thank you for listening to this bit of history.